Hello and welcome back to my channel. This is Andy in Singapore. For today's review, we are going to have a look at this really new model from Orient. This is the Bambino 38mm, and the newest version now comes with a small seconds complication. I did a review on the 38mm Bambino sometime last year, and I really think that this is the right size for the Bambino because 38mm is the sweet spot for this styling, and for this year Orient has updated the entire model line with the addition of the small seconds movement. This movement here is Orient's in-house caliber F6 222. It's got a small seconds complication here at 6 o'clock zone, and because of the small seconds complication, it removes the long seconds hand from the hand stack, and as a result the watch here is reduced in terms of thickness. We've got a small reduction around 0.5 millimeter, and I think this is a really good idea to make a thinner watch. Reference number for the watch is RA-AP0105Y. Let's just call this one the Bambino 38 with small seconds. Okay, not to complicate things. This reference number here is a pain to read. The watch here has a list price of $379, but you can definitely get this one with a street price of around $300. You can get this one from our boutique, and this is where the watch was loaned in from. Let me take some time to thank Eric, my good friend at our boutique, for so kindly and generously loaning in all the watches for my watch reviews. And now with the lens slightly zoom in, let me run you through the specs of the Bambino 38. This one has got a 38.2mm case, slightly more than the model name would suggest, and the watch has a thickness of 12.1 millimeters. That's measuring from the exhibition case back to the top of the dramatically domed mineral crystal. Let me just take some time to show you, the dramatic effect of this dome crystal here. You can see how it distorts the display, or how you read the time. From a certain angle, the hands, they look like they are bent. Until today, I have no confirmation if this is due to the case of the dial being convex, or is it only due to the dome crystal. The effect here is very pronounced, very dramatic, and I really think that this adds on to the vintage look of the watch. Strap changing fans out there will be very happy because this one has a 20mm lug width. And to be honest, I'm not a big fan of the stock strap. It is squeaking, it feels very stiff. Okay, granted this is a brand new watch, but we all know this is a stamp alligator. I really don't know why it's squeaking so badly. Alright, so feel free to change it to a strap of your choice, a nicer strap. We've also got a really short L to L distance of 44.4mm for the watch. So together with a smaller case, we also have a shorter L to L, and this really gives great wearability on the watch. Bit more information on F6 222 caliber movement. It is still a very basic movement, and in terms of decoration, there is almost none. We do have a semi-skeleton rotor with the Orient logo. The logo reminds me of a tobacco company, which I shall not mention on my channel. And moving on, as I talk to you about the case design and the overall build quality, I would assume that this is the exact same case as the 38mm model which I reviewed some time back. They basically did a transplant or drop-in of a new movement, and maybe the case back now protrudes slightly less, and thereby we have a thinner overall dimension. But I do believe that this is the exact same case. In terms of build quality, this is very entry level, but I will not complain because this is like a $300 watch, so I think you need to get your expectations right. I like the fact that it's got a sign crown. Never mind that the logo reminds me of a certain tobacco company, but I think it's a nice touch by Orient to include a sign crown. This is something that Seiko would never do. At $300 mark, I think you will never get a sign crown for Seiko watches, so I will give credit to Orient for always including a sign crown on their watches. We've got a very balanced mix of polished and brush finishing. The case sides are brushed, and we've got a polished bezel, which is surely going to be a scratch magnet if you wear this on a daily basis. So these are things that you need to take into consideration if you're using this for a daily beater. And now let's move on and talk about the dial design and the overall color combination. So this must be the most popular colorway among the 3 or 4 models. We got the black one, we got the silver dial, and this is the off-white dial. I dare say this is the most popular one because it gives off the strongest vintage and classic vibes. And to add on to the classic vibes, we've got Roman numerals at 6, at 4, at 10, at all the even numbers intervals, and I think again this adds to a dressier touch to the overall design. And they've kept things very simple by not having things like re-halt and all that. So we've got the minute track printed on the dial itself, same level as the dial, and I would say the text print on this watch is really simple. We've got the Orient logo, and we've also got the small text underneath the 6 o'clock marker here. So very simple looking dial, and I would say everything looks clean and good. I like small seconds complication because it looks very classy, and I think this is probably a better choice than the central seconds one. Alright, so I give more marks to this one because I like small seconds watches in general. I'm not too sure if you can see it from the screen due to the lighting conditions and all that, but this watch does have blue hands. Must be painted blue, alright? At this price point, I'm not expecting heated blue hands, but nonetheless, it looks good, looks classy, and I think it really fits the overall design theme and design cue of the Bambino 38. Now zooming out for a fake wrist shot of the Bambino 38 on my wrist. This is just a perfect size. Alright, so minimal to no lug gaps at all. Alright, so I'm not going to buckle up the watch because this is a brand new strap. I want to keep the leather strap pristine and straight and clean and all that. So here is a fake wrist shot, and again you can see how well it fits on my wrist. This is a fantastic size for a dress watch. Really good design and good dimensions. And now let's do a quick size comparison between the 38mm Bambino and my own Nomos Club Campus. Both watches are, around the 38mm case size category. We're looking at 38.5 versus 38.4 or so for the Orient. So very similar in terms of size, but in terms of L to L measurement, my Club Campus is much longer. I don't know why they went with such a long L to L. So in summary, I would say this is a great addition to the Bambino 38mm lineup. I personally would prefer the small seconds version. It just looks classier, and I think for $300 this is a really good buy. Looks good, and it probably works really well as a daily beater because you don't want something expensive and you bang it up and all that. So I think for those of you who are looking for a certain look, a classy, dressy look at this budget, I think this is a great choice. Alright, so if you like this watch, if you like the video, please remember to click the subscribe and the like buttons. This is Andy in Singapore. I will see you next week for more watch reviews. Together with George, Pixie and their friends, bye for now.